In the annals of history, a few names are engraved in golden letters, and one such name is Cleopatra, the enigmatic last pharaoh of Egypt. Her life and reign are captured in tales as enticing as they are contentious. She was not just a woman of outstanding beauty and intellect, but a ruler who has etched an indelible mark on the pages of history. Today, her unforgettable journey continues to captivate minds even centuries after her departure from this world. Even the mere mention of Cleopatra, her life swathed in mystery, teeming with scandals and bristling with fascination, is enough to transport us to the ancient world, where she is a timeless symbol of allure and grandeur. Her story, a saga punctuated by intrigue and power politics, is reminiscent of an epic novel that keeps the reader hooked until the end. Cleopatra was born to the Greek Ptolemaic dynasty that ruled Egypt around 69 BC, making her no ordinary queen. Her upbringing was steeped in the rich traditions and customs of ancient Egypt, and she was one of the few Ptolemaic rulers who managed to master the Egyptian language, a commendable feat in itself. Her ability to understand and appreciate the culture she was a part of significantly to her popularity among her subjects. Her ascension to the throne was nothing short of remarkable. At the tender age of 18, she began her reign alongside her younger brother, Ptolemy XXXIII. This period marked the start of a spellbinding chapter in her life, rampant with power struggles, intense political maneuvering, strategic alliances, and passionate love affairs. From the moment Cleopatra was crowned queen, her life took a turn filled with intricate twists and turns that would eventually shape her reign. For instance, her relationship with Julius Caesar, one of the most powerful men of the time, was not only personal, but also political, as it helped her secure her position as the queen. Her later involvement with Mark Antony further complicated her political landscape, but still stands as one of the most famous love stories in history. It was this combination of audacity, intellect, charisma, and shrewd political acumen that distinguished Cleopatra from other rulers and made her an unforgettable figure in world history. To this day, her legend continues to inspire scholars, historians, artists, and enthusiasts who are eager to unravel the many mysteries that still shroud her life. Her reign was a labyrinth of power struggles, political intrigues, alliances, and romances. These twists and turns in her path to power began the moment she was crowned queen, laying the foundation for an epic saga filled with power plays and passion that still echoes in our collective memory. Cleopatra's life took a dramatic turn with her strategic alliance with Julius Caesar, beginning with her daring entrance into his palace. Born into Ptolemaic Egypt, Cleopatra, a woman of incredible acumen and magnetic allure. Realizing the power of alliances, she employed them effectively when her dominion over Egypt came under threat. Aiming her sights on the powerful Roman Empire, she specifically sought out the esteemed Julius Caesar, a man of great influence and command. In a narrative that has since been immortalized in history, Cleopatra took the audacious decision to have herself smuggled into Caesar's palace, concealed within the confines of a humble sack or carpet. This daring act was her initial step in securing an audience with the Roman leader, a moment that would set the wheels in motion for a profound transformation in her life. Their encounter ignited an irresistible connection, one that transcended their initial meeting. Caesar was bewitched by Cleopatra's intelligence and charisma, setting the stage for an infamous love affair that would turn the wheels of history. But their relationship transcended a mere passionate romance. It was a strategic alliance that would establish Cleopatra's role as the unchallenged ruler of Egypt. The bond between Caesar and Cleopatra was further fortified with the birth of their son, Caesarion, a name that translates to Little Caesar. This child served as a living testament to their alliance and a beacon of Cleopatra's strategic genius. She had not just solidified her throne, but also positioned a potential heir to the Roman Empire. But Caesar also reaped significant benefits from this alliance. Egypt was a land of immense wealth, and its prosperity was a tantalizing prospect for the Roman Empire. Furthermore, Cleopatra had proven herself as a proficient ruler, maintaining stability in a region that was of strategic importance to Rome. However, this alliance was abruptly ended by the untimely assassination of Julius Caesar in 44 BC. This catastrophe could have augured disaster for Cleopatra. But Cleopatra was no ordinary woman. She had ascended to power in a world largely dominated by men, fought fiercely for her throne, and emerged victorious. She was not one to concede defeat without a fight. But her connection with Rome didn't end with Caesar's assassination in 44 BC. This event concluded one chapter in Cleopatra's life. But it also marked the inception of another riveting story, a tale interwoven with power, passion and political intrigue, emphasizing her courage and determination in the face of adversity. Following Caesar's death, Cleopatra aligned herself with Mark Antony, setting in motion an epic saga of love and power that was destined to become one of the most legendary romances in history. This was more than a simple love story. It was a calculated strategic play by Cleopatra, who was seeking to secure her position and power in an unstable political environment. Mark Antony, a powerful Roman military leader, offered the perfect alliance for Cleopatra. He was charismatic, influential, and held a considerable sway in Rome's politics. Antony, like Caesar, was smitten by Cleopatra's beauty, intelligence, and charisma. But their relationship was not merely based on passion. Both Cleopatra and Antony saw in each the chance to consolidate power, to strengthen their positions, to enhance their influence, and to shape the future of their respective nations. Their alliance was a grand spectacle, marked with political intrigue, grandeur, and lavish displays of wealth, as they revelled in the seductive pleasures of the Egyptian court. There were grand feasts, ostentatious parades, and extravagant parties that showcased their immense wealth power. The Egyptian queen and the Roman general together formed a formidable power bloc that aimed to counterbalance the growing influence of Octavian, the future Emperor Augustus, in the West. Yet theirs was a relationship fraught with challenges. It was an alliance that was continually tested by the whims of politics, the pressures of war, and the intricate dance of diplomacy. From Rome, Octavian viewed their alliance with suspicion and hostility. He saw it as a direct threat to his ambition to become the sole ruler of the Roman Empire. This sparked a series of political and military conflicts that would eventually lead to their downfall, their love story in a tragic way. Their alliance crumbled under the weight of political pressure, the burden of military defeat, and the relentless pursuit of power. Antony, in a heartbreaking turn of events, committed suicide, mistakenly believing that Cleopatra had already taken her life. Cleopatra, bereft and heartbroken, famously killed herself using a venomous asp, leaving behind a legacy of power, passion, and tragedy. Despite the tragic end of her life, Cleopatra's influence was extensive and far-reaching. Her strategic alliances, her political maneuvers, and her iconic love had a profound impact on the course of history. She demonstrated the power a woman could wield in a male-dominated world, and her life continues to inspire countless stories, films, and works of art. Her story, marked by power, passion, and tragedy, continues to resonate, shaping our understanding of history in ways that we still experience today. Cleopatra was more than just a queen. She was a skilled diplomat, a master of propaganda, and a brilliant strategist. Born into an ancient lineage of Ptolemaic rulers, she was an individual of immense intellect and charisma, capable of speaking multiple languages and navigating complex political landscapes. She inherited a kingdom on the brink of collapse, yet she managed to restore it to its former glory. She was a woman of immense determination and courage, taking the throne at a tender age in a time when women were often sidelined. Instead of cowering under the pressure, she rose to the occasion, exhibiting the leadership skills that would later distinguish her as one of history's most remarkable women. Her political acumen was evident, her alliances with Rome. She understood the importance of gaining the favor of the world's mightiest empire. She formed relationships with two of Rome's most powerful men, Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. These relationships not only helped solidify her power, but also deeply influenced Roman politics. However, it would be incorrect to reduce Cleopatra to her relationships with these men. She was a sovereign in her own right, exerting influence and power over her domain. Cleopatra was a visionary, instituting economic reforms that helped stabilize Egypt's economy. She was also a patron of the arts and sciences, encouraging the study of literature, astronomy, and medicine. Her reign was not without conflict. She faced numerous rebellions and foreign invasions, but she met each challenge with strategic brilliance. She embodied resilience, standing firm in the face of adversity, and she fought tirelessly for the preservation of her culture and the prosperity of her people. Despite her achievements, her story has often been told through the lens of Roman bias. The Romans painted her as a manipulative seductress, a narrative perpetuated in countless works of art and literature. However, modern historians are consciously debunking these myths. They acknowledge her as a political genius, a benevolent ruler, and a ferocious defender of her people and culture. Cleopatra was aware of the power of public perception. She often portrayed herself as the living embodiment of the goddess Isis. This not only solidified her divine status among her people, but also served as an intelligent piece of political propaganda. She was a master of image-making, understanding that her power partly in her image as a divine ruler. Her death marked the end of the Ptolemaic dynasty and the beginning of Roman rule in Egypt. Nonetheless, her legacy continues to resonate. Even in death, Cleopatra continues to fascinate. Her tomb, though still undiscovered, is the subject of ongoing archaeological pursuits. Her story has been adapted in countless films, plays, and novels, each contributing to her evolving narrative. Her life and her reign have indeed inspired countless works of art, literature, and have permeated popular culture, cementing place as one of the most iconic figures of antiquity. Yet, it's crucial to remember that many accounts of her life come from biased Roman sources, often painting her as a seductress or a femme fatale. Modern scholars, however, are breathing new life into her narrative. They're shedding light on her intelligence, leadership abilities, and her unwavering commitment to preserving the rich tapestry of ancient Egyptian culture. Cleopatra's life, filled with intelligence, leadership, and commitment to her culture, continues to captivate us, making her one of the most iconic figures in history.